Busted.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month.
Hacking this is beyond me.
The phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that.
Doc.
There we go.
They weren't kidding.
All set.
You really are
Unit,
here.
you can return to duty.
Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out.
Right.
Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Greetings, sir.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
I will be happy to forward your request.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Is no longer available.
Useless machine.
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
Who are you?
I'm Liam Benet. My father runs synth development, and everyone knows who you are.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
What do you think?
At the very least, I'm hoping it means you won't turn me in. But you really are a friend, aren't you?
The Railroad's in the business of helping synths too. That makes us friends.
What? The Railroad? It's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Trinity?
Trinity isn't it? You need several. I put a Trinity.
Who are you?
I'm Liam Benet, and everyone knows.
I'm not sure I should trust you.
You're worried about me? If the SRB cracked Trinity, man, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
What do you think?
At the very least, I'm hoping it means you won't turn me in. But you really are a friend, aren't you?
Is that what it said? The Railroad didn't bother telling me.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the Railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the Railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. That doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z-1. He's a friend.
operating at full capacity.
C-114, it's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. He's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
It depends on what you need.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
Right.
The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need them.
Everyone's excited about the new
When are you
synth
going
project.
to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Well, that was productive. One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced systems, special projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work. This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Vinay has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Coursers on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in Courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Like
3
any
levels
machine,
of
a synth can
approval. You
malfunction.
believe that?
Just wish
3!
it happened so.
Systems nominal.
All done. You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience.
You have time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father... There's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Wally must be close to 2 years old by now.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Huh?
I have to admit, the 3rd generation synths are really something.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
How was your day?
Complicated and long.
What did you work on?
Extremely theoretical.
So you're father's father. But he's older.
No, I'm really interested in this
That's
stuff.
weird.
Try me.
Just a lot of headaches over antigens and immunogens.
Yeah, that's my favorite subject.
I'm glad you're finally taking an interest in science. Keep up with it.
We don't
must make
usually
you
welcome
proud
him
to
to
see all that Father
I
has
hope
done.
you can appreciate
all
your
that
good
he has
fortune.
built.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Doctor.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done it. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
I think Dr. Carlin was looking for help with one of his experiments. You should talk to him.
Most men lack.
Picking up something.
Don't worry. I only test the weapons on custom.
Let's see what you have.
Purchase a variety.
I heard you walk that freedom trail. What, you're some kind of, what do they call it? History buff?
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Hi.
Good neighbors crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories. Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud vs. Captain Cosmos. Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. And the holiday special. He's the best. Better than Grognak and Man-to-Man combined.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
Aren't there other survivors from that time?
Oh, sure. There were a lot of us schools that lived back then, but none of us looked as good as you. Are you really that old?
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Who's Mr. Abominable?
He was a caveman, got frozen in an iceberg from prehistoric times. When they thawed him out, it took the Shroud and Man... Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days...
How did you get used to everything?
Mainly I focused on survival. It got real bad after the bombs fell. For a long while, I tried not to think of the good old days. Just too painful. But it's all we got now. So we gotta try and make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV.
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up front. Just promise you'll help me.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
reports, sir. I think I've lost them.
Sweet.
You certainly have a knack for adapting to technology.
Yes.
Let's get this done. Any idea where they went? I think they got away. Can you see them, sir? That was amazingly simple.
Sweet.
If they're out there, we'll find them. Your destruction is at hand.
No way I could pick this.
We may have some trouble. Engaging hostile target. Target down.
Perfect.
What you did, saved Rex Goodman from the super mutants, right?
Kent. There she is, pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume herself. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake. But the Shroud is strong, capable.
Come on, don't sell yourself short.
I got a better idea who should wear it. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryovault and all.
If I go along with this...
If it'll get you to help, sure. Me?
Why me?
You helped me out when everyone else just laughed at me. And you're from the olden days. You know how much things have fallen? How much we gotta fight for?
Looks like I get to be the Shroud.
The costume and gun are yours. So you patrol Good Neighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station. Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the Silver Shroud is... Time to fight crime!
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, the mystery of Mayor Murphy.
Slowly now. Calling all Silver Shroud fans. A once-in-a-lifetime announcement. The Silver Shroud returns and he's gonna clean up the streets. Everyone heard how Wayne Delancey murdered Miss Selmy and her kid over a few lousy caps. Death is coming for you, Wayne.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent. Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent. judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Fat Fahey's Folly.
Come on, Dollface. Oh, no. It's right through here.
Aw, gee, Polly. I ain't never been in a secret gangsta hideout before.
What the? Paulie, you dumb jalope. What's the big idea? Bringing a dame into our hideout. Into my hideout. Nah, relax, boss. She's all right. Ain't you all right, Wendy? Cindy? Yeah.
It's Candy. And
What
yeah,
the, damn it?
of course I'm all right. I'm just a young, dumb girl in love with a handsome and dangerous man.
Ah, brother. All right. Disperse your head, but close that door. Last thing we need is...
Find anything useful?
A Silver Shroud infiltrating your nefarious lair.
Holy cannoli! It's the nightmare of night! The deceptive detective! The dark dick! Paulie, you idiot! You were duped! That's no normal dame!
Quite right, you custodian of criminality. For I am not Candy, the captivating companion. It is I, the mistress of mystery. I have clouded Polly's paltry perceptions to gain access to your den of depravity.
Sorry, boss! I had no idea!
Your mistake is our gain. Polly, is it? Death has come for you!
Friend of the show, Jerry, is here.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
It's on. We're recording in here. Aw, man. Great. Silver Shroud's dispatched justice already. Miss Selmy has been avenged.
Shit, the Shroud off Wayne? Wait, so this guy's actually for real?
Oh, you better believe it. So, Jerry, go on. Tell the listeners about what we're talking about.
Right. So AJ, you know the chem dealer by Bobby's. He's doing good for himself. Says he's got a whole new market. Kids. Even with his garbage chems, he's just raking in the cabs.
You hear that? Sounds like the Silver Shroud has another bad guy to deal with.
Why? This Shroud guy, he's gonna muscle in on the chem trade now?
No.
You sticking
He's
around,
gonna
you
do
need to
something
join the
about it.
crew.
AJ's
I
selling
hear
the
Bobby
kids.
No-Nos is
And his
looking.
chems have killed
Always a
people.
catch with the No-Nos.
And?
But she pays.
I don't get it.
We can't let AJ kill kids.
AJ's connected with powerful friends.
Whatever.
Don't be a sap.
Excuse me.
Play nice.
Hey, look at the clown. This is my turf, clown. And I don't appreciate what you call them trespasses.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows.
You AJ? The dealer who sells to children?
Yeah, that's me. I'm a entrepreneur. I'm making a new market. Chems for kids, I call it. Cherry-flavored jets, bubblegum mentats. Them Diamond City kids just eat them up.
Have been sent back to the mechanical hell that spawned them.
Yes, my choleric companion. And no, robotic hellspawn they were.
Peddling poison to kids, are we? Today, you face the Silver Shroud!
Who you say? Oh, for Christ's sake. Did Kent put you up to this? He keeps moaning about...
The master of it all. You're right.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
AJ's connected with powerful friends.
Hey,
Don't be
look
a
at the
sap. Play
clown.
nice.
This is my turf, clown. And I don't appreciate what you call them trespasses.
Certainly. But
Someone wants me to put you out of business. For the right price, I could look the other way.
What? Oh, for Christ's sake. Did Kent put you up to this? He keeps moaning.
The master of it all. Peddling poison.
Oh, for Christ's sake. You can't put you up to this? What the hell, right? Tell you what. I'll pay you, let's say 50 caps just to shut up about it. And, maybe get Kent off my back.
But
all right?
which criminal culprit has the technological know-how to construct such clockwork calamities? I
For
don't...
50 caps? No way.
All right, fine. Make it 75.
A lousy 25 caps more? Are you trying to insult me?
You? Shaking me down?
The shadowed streets of South
A lousy 25...
You?
By the shadowed streets of Southie, one of the mob bot's heads is still talking. You darn right I am. I can't feel my legs.
Hand over the caps.
Here. And don't show your face around here again.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
The Silver Shroud's bringing justice to Good Neighbor. You bad guys better look out. And now, a special update. The villainous assassin Kendra was recently spotted at the third rail. The same Kendra who bombed Little Joe's shack and killed 4 innocent drifters. If you want to see the Silver Shroud in action, stay near Whitechapel Charlie. The Shroud's sure to interrogate him to find the evildoer's whereabouts.
Galaxy News Radio. Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, The Mechanist Unmasked.
Entertainment down the stairs.
Dangling over a pit of fire. Reminds me of our adventure against the...
Hey.
Glad to be of service.
Mistress.
Indeed, stalwart Shroud. But that malformed murderer was but a muppet compared to the malignancy of the Mechanist.
Malignant, am I? No, mistress of mystery. What you mistake for evil is actually enlightenment. Only I, the Mechanist, truly understand the folly of humankind. The flesh is weak. Metal is the future of Massachusetts. The only future you have is a long nap in a deep hole, Mechanist. To me, you're just another 2-bit hustler with delusions of grandeur. And by the way, you're not fooling anyone with that cheap getup. You're as human as the rest of us.
Stalwart Shroud, glance skyward and see. Our newfound friend, the head of the bodiless butt. And it would seem he's biting through our pipe.
Don't have no handout.
They step through the gate.
Make way for paid customers. You look like one of them wankers from the boat. What you wearing out for?
No, I didn't think so. That's the problem.
What posters?
Those old timey posters from back in the day.
You look upon the Silver Shroud. I seek a miscreant named Kendra.
Shroud then? Well, like a nutter. Kendra is not one to be trifled with. People associated with her have a habit of being found face down in a ditch. You're set on meeting her. For a fee, it can be arranged.
Can you spare a few details on her at least? On the house?
You got to have finesse to be an assassin. Kendra's a murderer. Very skilled murderer. Listen, mate, the combat scan shows you know what you're about. Save your caps, buy a lager instead.
It is not wise to stand between the Silver Shroud and righteous justice.
Justice? You mean to end her? In that case, her flat's just south of Good Neighbor. Water Street Apartments. Look out for the blighters she's got with her. Nasty piece of business, that. Good luck.
Well done, heroic.
Hey.
Your adjusted attitude has made allies of us all. Silver Shroud. Shall we?
We shall. Stop right there! Not a step closer! You may have defeated my robot children. But now,
Smell
I
that?
will turn your own weapon against you.
Silver Shroud? He's armed with your silver shooter, your most revered rifle.
So he is, mistress. So he is. All right, Mechanist. It's your move. Shoot! If you...
Another special update. No, it wasn't Bobby No-Nos who offed AJ and his goons. It was the Silver Shroud.
Don't ask questions.
See his calling card if you don't believe
Better
me.
for everyone that way.
Now's our time, listeners. Justice is coming a good neighbor. You'll see.
You know who kicked the ghouls out of Diamond City, right? The blowhard.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, a slaying in Scully
Dry?
Square.
Head over to the third rail.
Just down this alley.
Well, well, well. Looks like someone got lost on the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah, wrong side of it.
I'm just meeting a friend. No business of yours. Perhaps I'll just call him. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Not so fast, fancy pants. Your wallet and that snazzy briefcase you're carrying. Hand them over, now.
I most certainly will not. Do you have any idea who...
Oh, jeez Louise, why'd you go and do that?
'Cause he could have made us, that's why. You want to spend another stretch in the pokey? Now, let's see what's in this fancy case. Nothing. Papers, no cash, it's worthless.
Destruction
Get his wallet.
inevitable.
A suit like this has got to have something.
All right, let's see. 20 bucks, driver's license. Oh, man. We've done it this time. You know who this is? Wicked, wasted Mayor Murphy.
What? Me, Mayor Murphy? What the f*** are you doing up in Scully Square?
A mystery, to be sure.
Who said that? Show yourself.
You have murdered a man in cold blood. Justice must be served.
It's the Silver Shroud. Let's get out of here.
I ain't afraid of the Silver Shroud. You hear me? Come out and I'll do you like I did the mayor.
Death has come for you, evildoer, and I am its shroud.
Gonna splatter your brain!
My work here is done. Or is it? What brought you to Scully Square, Murphy? The journey that left you dead and possibly leaderless. Why adventure? Emerge from the shadows, villain, or face the justice of the Silver Shroud.
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of The Silver Shroud. You're listening to Galaxy News Radio, the home subsidiary of Galaxy News Network. Galaxy Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, the mystery of Mayor Murphy.
now. Reveal yourself.
Silver Shroud. Fret not, old friend. It's only me.
Mistress of Mystery, what brings you to Scully Square on such a foul night?
Tracking our dear Mayor Murphy, who is up to some mischief.
The mayor? So he wasn't here in some kind of official capacity?
Hardly. Here, let me show you. The contents of the late mayor's case.
But these are real estate papers. Leases and deeds for most of the businesses in Scully Square.
Indeed they are, my intrepid investigator. It would seem our Mayor Murphy was involved in a rather crooked caper. He was here to meet with some other mysterious malefactors.
So, Mr. Mayor, I hope you found the place all... What the? Silver Shroud! And Mistress of Mystery and the Mayor dead?
That Fady, the infamous mob boss. So, you were meeting with Mayor Murphy. But why? Tell me, and you may yet live.
And you.
Best
You're the
listen
crazy
to my
one in the
friend,
costume.
Fahey.
Wayne Delancey's killer.
I'll never
have
talk.
no idea who you're dealing with.
Are in over your
I
head.
do so like it when
So
the
be
bug
it.
crawls
Death has
willingly
come
into
for
the
you,
spider's webs.
evildoer, and I am its...
Shroud? Shroud?
Are you an assassin?
No. I'm paid to make big, bold statements. Don't screw with us. If you do, you and everyone around you dies.
You're shot!
Just a grace.
You have taken your last...
You stole my line.
Silver Shroud. Fret not, old friend. It's only me.
Mistress of Mystery, what brings you to Scully Square on such a foul night?
We've been tracking our dear Mayor Murphy. Who's up to some mischief.
after all.
The mayor. So he wasn't here in some kind of official capacity.
Hardly. Here, let me show you. The contents of the late mayor's case.
But these are real estate papers.
You must be Kendra.
And you. You're the crazy one in the costume. Wayne Delancey's killer. You have no idea. I do so like it when the little bug crawls.
Are you an assassin?
No.
Uh-huh. Who's your boss?
A walking corpse like you shouldn't trouble yourself about that.
Fucking tell!
Or are you attempting the trifecta?